next.
Yeah, let's bring in Republican Congressman Dan Meuser of Pennsylvania. Great to see you this morning, Congressman. I know that you and fellow lawmakers could soon add another priority to your growing agenda, weighing whether to provide additional cash to fund the military conflict with Iran right now. I know new reports suggest that early chatter is beginning in the House over a potential supplemental funding bill to aid the U.S. and Israel's joint strikes on Iran. Where do things stand right now?
Well, good morning, Charlotte. Great to see you. Well, we need to assure that our troops, our brave military, has what they need to accomplish the mission. And the mission is to terminate the reign of terror in Iran that has existed for a long time. They are a terrorist organization. In many ways, this is no different than Osama bin Laden when he was running the Taliban and Al Qaeda in Afghanistan. We have a president that finally is saying, look, we're not kicking the can down the road anymore. We're not going to give them pallets of cash to try to appease them. We're not going to relinquish all of the sanctions that have existed so they enrich themselves by 60, 70, 80 billion dollars. You know why? Because that's exactly what Iran wanted, because they could continue to carry out their mission, which was to rain terror on the infidels. That's you and me. So, and Israel, and even their neighbors, as we have seen. So the president has taken the tactic, says we're not kicking the can down the road. We're going to step on the can, and we're not going to hand this off to the next president or the next generation. And we're going to take care of business, which means ruin their ability to make a bomb, a nuclear bomb, which they were pretty close, and to destabilize it. So as the people rise up, and we hopefully have an end to the reign of terror. That's all we're asking for, an end to the reign of terror in Iran.
Yeah.
So there are some costs to this war here at home. Americans are starting to feel the economic impact of Operation Epic Fury. Politico out with this quote: the White House isn't panicking about oil prices. That may change in a few weeks. According to a source close to the White House, of course, the administration reportedly believes it can withstand a brief spike in oil prices as many as 4 weeks before the political hit does lasting damage. Now, after the initial spike, we have seen oil plummet back down to around $80, $85 per barrel. Is this something that you and other Republicans are worried about as we head into the midterms?
Mark, look, there's concerns, but it is absolutely short-lived. Everything is in place for a great economy, a strong economy in the United States and frankly globally, from taxation regulations, trade, our energy production in the U.S. We're very, very resilient. Now, some of the problems on the increase in gasoline and oil and diesel is more in Europe than certainly the U.S. And so they're looking at releasing some things from the reserves and things of that nature. We don't need to do that here. You saw how oil prices have come down quickly, and that was largely due to the dangers that were perceived to exist at the Strait of Hormuz, just shipping it out. So, look, the president is literally playing chess. Venezuela, Iran, Cuba is looking to come to the table. The president's got 4 years to correct many, many wrongs that exist, not just in the United States, but for the benefit of the United States for the long term. And that's what's taking place here. And yeah, there's going to be some issues. I'm not going to call it a blip. It's more than a blip because this is a big deal. Changing Iran for the better, for the whole region wants this to occur. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Jordan, everybody's in. Bahrain, who have been under assault, Abu Dhabi, the Emirates. So look, we're gonna work through this. We're only 12 days in.
Yeah.
Another week or so, I think things will stabilize, and we have a great 2026 without a terrorist state known as the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Yeah, no, great point. While we have you here, before we have to go, I do want to get to this and the race to fill the House seat left vacant when Marjorie Taylor Greene essentially quit back in January. So, as you know, Trump-backed candidate Clay Fuller will now face off in a runoff against Democrat Sean Harris. What do you make of the results there? And really, how important is this race? I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene essentially had it locked up. We thought it was a very red district, but here we are now in this runoff.
Yeah, well, you know what? The numbers don't lie, but these numbers are provide some cloudiness, if you will.
Yeah.
There were 14 Republicans on the Republican ticket, so Fuller came across with the vast majority, of course. I think about
Hmm.
35% or something, but all the other ones got made up the rest. The Democrats had one person running on that ticket, I believe.
Yes.
So anyway, that's why they came close and they got more votes. But it is a deep red district. It's a plus 18 Republican district. Very, very safe. Fuller is a great candidate. We're going to cruise to victory here. The president's support, certainly for him in this
Yeah.
runoff, made the difference, which you'd expect, because this guy Clay Fuller, knows how to be an individual, but he knows how to be a team player. And that's what we need in the House. We need to work as a team to deliver for America. And he's going to be a great new member.
All right. Congressman Dan Meuser, great to see you this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Neil.